to the island. Welcome to the island, please be polite. I know you heard about it, like, share, subscribe. Real adult conversations, always a vibe. Please don't act a fool, Brenda will get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Please be polite. I know you heard about it. Like, share, subscribe. Real adult conversations. Always a vibe. Please don't act a fool. Brenda will get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island.
Okay, I'm just waiting for the screen to reset. Okay, okay, we are here. Oh, we got an echo. Is that you, TC?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. We got a little bit of an echo. Is that you? Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, welcome back to Paradise Island. I'm sure my moderators and our guests will be filing into the room soon. But I am privileged to have the opportunity. TC, I think you're gonna have to mute because there's an echo, and then
Oh,
I'll let you come. Hmm. Hold on, let me see what's happening. There is an echo. Okay, we're going. Okay, we'll plug through it. We'll plug through it. So I have the opportunity of having an amazing guest with us tonight. So TC, would you like to introduce Tracy to our guest?
okay, great.
Okay. Yes, because I can't hear you. I wanted to ask you if you wanted to introduce Tracy to everybody. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, Brenda, it is thank you so much. You're always a gem. I decided to have this particular interview over here because you are magnificent. Your chat is magnificent, and I just thought that they should be introduced to a magnificent sister, and her name is Traci Smith. Traci Smith is absolutely awesome. All right. Now, I will say this, Traci, she does a plethora of things. Okay. So I'm just going to narrow it down to like four things tonight. Okay. Um, yeah, she's an owner, a store owner. Yeah, she's from Philly. Wait a minute. She's from Philly. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Um, Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations. Here we go. Woo! Okay. Now she's in. She's a store owner. She's a homeowner. Everything. She's a mother. She's a sister to a lot of people, and she's a sister on so many different levels. Okay, and I just want to say her home, not her home, the flower shop here in Philadelphia, a business owner here in Philadelphia, and listen, let me tell you, ladies, guys, if you're in trouble with your ladies, okay, go to see Miss Traci Smith. Okay, she'll
Oh
make a
my
nice
goodness.
floral. Yes, she'll make a nice floral arrangement for you and get it delivered at a fee. Of course, it said if it's not free, it's a fee. Okay, and you might be out of trouble for that week, for the rest of the week. And look, she can do that magic. But I have her on here, Brenda, because I wanted to introduce her to you and others, because number one is Breast Cancer Month,
It is.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Let me say that.
Correct.
And Miss Tracy is doing something so amazing. Third annual. This isn't her first time. Okay, and she's making this tournament. She's doing something this Saturday, and I wanted to say, Tracy Smith, thank you so much. You are a good sister. Going through this process of getting this together, getting women together, and men and women, breast cancer,
Mhm.
getting people together and creating a safe haven for folks. This is amazing. Okay, so
Yes.
I just want to say to okay, here we go. Why do people want to contact me when I'm on the okay? I just want to say I want to introduce everybody in the chat to Miss Tracy Smith. Miss Tracy Smith, tell us, and this is Brenda Tracy Smith, all that good stuff.
Hey,
So do me
hi,
a favor,
Tracy.
just Tracy, I'm gonna go on mute. Tracy, do your big one, do your thing, okay? And for
Yeah.
Philly, do it for Philly, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Wonderful work. Yeah, I appreciate it. And so as she said, and I'm a breast survivor. And so I am a survivor. My dad have pain.
She
So
is she going in and out to you, TC?
I'm going in and out.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. If I take it off of, hold on, I'm right back. Give me
Okay. Okay, no problem.
take it out of,
Thank you, Shay.
take the Wi-Fi off.
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah. Let's see.
Did that help?
Okay, I think you're good. Keep talking.
Okay,
Let's yeah, let's talk about your personal story and like the inspiration like behind this amazing thing that you're doing.
so while I was here and while I was working,
Uh,
you guys hear me?
it's still going in and out, like you're coming in and out.
I'm gonna
Not
move.
sh
Second, okay, I'm gonna move.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm excited. I want to hear the story. I want to hear the story. It might be echo cancellation. Okay, let me try. Thank you, Shay. Let me see. No, it's on. Echo cancellation is on. Let me do the background noise.
Is that better?
Okay, keep talking. Let's see.
Is that better? Okay. So that might have worked. I moved in my home.
Okay, I think you're good. Keep
Okay.
talking.
So 12 years ago, I found a lump under my arm
Okay.
and didn't think anything of it. I asked people, I got a lump under my arm, and they probably said, "Oh, what's your deodorant? You got a deodorant bump. It's nothing serious." So when I finally went to the doctors, because at that particular time I was running, I was in BGR, Black Girls, and I wanted to run a half a marathon. And so I went to the doctors to get a full checkup. When I got a full checkup, I said, my doctor, by the way, if you can check this bump and see what it is, it comes and goes and it comes and goes. It doesn't hurt, nothing serious. So she said, no problem. She did the exam. She left the room. She left the room for about 20 minutes. She came back. She said, before you leave the hospital, I want you to go to the oncology department. I went upstairs. I went to the oncology department. That particular doctor checked my arm too. He then proceeded to do a biopsy right there. No notice. He just said, we're going to do a biopsy. We did a biopsy. We did a CAT scan. When we did a CAT scan, I saw a small image, a small circle. 3 days later, I got a call, and then the call said, Mrs. Smith, you have breast cancer, stage 3. So you can only imagine. I was blown
Hmm.
away. It shook me to the core. It was surprising. It shouldn't have been surprising because my mother had breast cancer. But in our world, we do for others. We don't take time for ourselves. And so
Right.
I was just in mode. And then when I finally decided to get a check, not for breast cancer, just for me being able to run a half a marathon, they stopped me in my tracks because I had stage 3 breast cancer. And so it was a 2-year fight. I had 6 surgeries, 6 months of chemo, 28 rounds of radiation, and it was
Wow.
probably the worst time of my entire life. The worst time in my
Right.
entire life. And then from that point on, I never asked myself why me. I never thought I was going to die. I just thought that I'm a strong chick and I'm going to rock it out. And I did just that. I actually rocked it out. But how Tracy Bio came about is that when I was going through all my chemos and radiations, there wasn't a lot of people that looked like me. And those that looked like me were by themselves. And so I had a wonderful support team. I had family and friends, but I missed the element of actually speaking to someone who was relatable, who knew exactly what I was going through. So I missed that part of a sisterhood. And I figured I needed that. If I needed a sisterhood of ladies around me who went through the process to tell me exactly what I was going to go through, there had to be other people who needed that as well. I
That's
couldn't
beautiful.
I couldn't find it. There was no organization that knocked on
Hmm.
my door. There was no organization that, called me up. There was no organization that met me at chemo. And so I couldn't find an organization to embrace me and embrace me while I was going through the worst time of my life. So I figured if I couldn't find it, let me create it. So that's how Tracy Bio got birthed. Tracy Bio means beautiful inside and out because sometimes when you are not attractive on the outside, you have to use your inner strength and inner beauty to pick your head up every single day. So
Right.
Tracy Bio was born from my actual fight of going through breast cancer. And so we're here.
So so tell me, so based on your own situation, what
Mhm.
does beautification and wellness, what does that mean to you in the context of breast cancer awareness?
So what do you mean?
Like like going through the process,
Hmm.
what does like beautification, like wellness, like how does that fit into what you're doing? Like for women or sisterhood at large.
So it was important to me that I did not look what I was going through. That was really, really
Here,
important.
here, here we
We take
go. Good.
yeah, we take pride in our hair, we take pride in our presence. And so I was a very visual person, people
Hmm.
I was in the public. So and I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. So it might have taken me a little longer to adjust my wig. It might have taken me a little longer to put my eyelashes on, but I
Right.
didn't want people to see me as a victim. So I made it a point every single day to get up with with my head up high. I made it a point that I looked beautiful when I was going through chemo, and actually people didn't know that I was actually going through chemo.
Wow.
When I went to the chemo treatments, they used to ask, "Who are you here to see?" I was like, "No, I'm the patient.
Oh, wow.
I'm
So,
actually patient."
Tracy,
Yes.
let me ask you this. Do you think that that played into your
Listen.
healing faster or mhm.
Yes, it plays a major part. Let me tell you why. Because part of your healing is your mental space. And
That's
so
what's
I
up.
tell everybody all the time, it is your mental space, your spiritual space, or where you're at in your life that's going to play an important part in your healing. I meet people all the time who think they're going to die, people who are buried under the covers. And I say all the time, you got to get up. You got to get up. You have to get up. You got to put one foot in front of the other because part of your healing is your mental space. And so I go through. I just met a young lady who was 26. I met her on Sunday, and she had a triple. She had a double mastectomy. She's
Hmm.
26. She had to freeze her eggs, and
Wow.
her mental space was she felt horrible. And so we vibed for 2 hours. Her and I talked about life. We talked about prayer. We talked about her spiritual space. We talked about her mental space. We talked about how she's gonna have a testimony in a couple of years, but she got to get up. You're only 26. You got your whole life. You got your whole life in front of you, and this is just a bump in the road. And so I
So,
think
mhm,
that your mental space plays a major part in your healing when it comes when you're going through breast cancer. Definitely.
okay. So, okay. So one statement, and then I have a question for you. So, your wellness initiatives, they support physical as well as emotional healing. Would you say that?
We do spiritual, mental, we do spiritual, physical, and mental. Yeah.
Okay. So, Tracy, could you tell us what some of those services look like?
Yeah. And so
and
luckily
and
I
and
have
and
about
Tracy, I just want you, as you're answering that question, make sure you include that ringing of the bell. Uh,
oh, okay. Okay. I will. Okay.
yeah.
So spiritually, I'm lucky to have 5 pastors as my friends. And so you can always call me to get a prayer in. You can always call me and I'll make sure someone's there at your chemo, radiation, walk
Oh,
in.
wow.
And let me tell you a important part that I forgot. So my first day of chemo, my pastor friends, we had a 6 o'clock conference call and they prayed me into chemo. So I remember being with my daughter my very first chemo, and I was on the floor in my bedroom, and they prayed me into chemo. They covered me.
Oh,
They covered me, and that to me made the world of a difference. Made the world of a difference because I walked in chemo with my head up high, with assurance that I'm going to make it through to the other side. So that was important. From a mental standpoint, we do things to keep people. So I'm not an organization that we speak a lot about death. We don't. We speak about life. we
right.
we we do things in reference to enjoying our life, and people might not understand that. Let me give you a perfect example. One time we had, and it might sound weird to you ladies, but one time we had a pole dancing class, and
Yeah,
so
no, that doesn't sound crazy at all.
right,
It's
right, and so
very motivational.
right, so here I am, and I'm gonna be very candid. Here I am. I lost both my breasts. I don't feel sexy. I don't feel like I'm appealing to to the opposite sex, and so I need to work on my mojo. I need to work on feeling sexy again. And most females that are going through breast cancer feel that way. You feel like you lost part of your what makes you a female. And so
Right.
we did pole dancing class, and that brought something back. That brought you felt sexy again. You feel or on your road to feeling sexy again. So that's some of the things that we do in our organization. We do beautification days, and so matter of fact, I have one coming up in November. And so we teach you how to put your eyelashes back on. We teach you how to put your makeup back on, because not everybody knows how to do that. And
Right.
so when you walk out the door, you're still looking beautiful. And some people might say, well, it's just hair. And then I always say, cut your hair off. Cut your hair off. Like hair makes, for me, hair was my crown and glory. I had hair down my back. And so for me to lose my hair was very devastating to me, like most females. And so we teach ladies how to work what they have after they lose all of their hair. Because you lose every last strand in your body. You lose all the hair in your body. And then to TC's point, the ringing of the bell symbolizes that I completed this chapter. I didn't think I was going to complete this chapter. I, would- you know, I knew I was going to complete the chapter, but some ladies don't think they're going to complete the chapter. Some ladies, chemo. Some ladies, when it comes to chemo, it makes them very, very sick. It makes some
Hmm.
one of the ladies that I know, she ended up in the hospital because her heart stopped. So you go through so many different things. So ringing of the bell symbolizes that this phase of my life, I did it. I made it. And so that's an important, to your point, TC, it's an important part of what one goes through when one is going through radiation and breast cancer. Radiation, excuse me, and chemo. And so, yeah, so my organization speaks about life. We speak about living our best life after breast cancer. We give you the tools and equipment. And in essence, we give you a sisterhood. So once you come to our organization, you are
I
in it
love
for
that.
life. Yeah, you have a sisterhood of ladies that have your back for the rest of your life.
I love this. So here's some important questions I have. Hey, Malik. So I don't know if you're watching this chat, but we have so many people in this chat right now who I know from being in this sector who I personally did not know are either going through, have gone through
Hmm.
cancer multiple times. I mean, this chat is filled with testimonies and stories. They're
Yeah.
agreeing with you. They're talking about how they feel about losing hair and things like that. So my question is, where are you based? And do you have organizations throughout the states, or is it just now localized?
It is local, so I'm based in Philadelphia. So I do take
Mhm.
care of those in the tri-state area. So you can be in Delaware, you can be in Jersey, and obviously in Pennsylvania. But I did, and just to let you know, one of the things that I do is that I write books. So I
Yeah,
have,
they're dropping your link in the chat, honey.
say that again.
And
They're
to
dropping
drop
your
in the
link for your book in the chat.
Oh, okay, okay.
the
I'm
love,
actually
the
on
love.
Amazon.
Yes.
Um, so I have 5 books out,
Thank you.
and they're compilation books. And so there are books of stories of ladies like myself who one day was told, got the call and say, Mrs. Smith, you have breast cancer. And
Mhm.
so they write their stories in hopes of encouraging other ladies through breast cancer. Very candid, very candid, is a very eye opening, is very truthful. And I have, but some of the ladies that are in my books are from Florida, are from Maryland, from Jersey. And so you don't have to be in Philadelphia, but you can be part of my organization, and part of the books if you like, and you can pretty much live anywhere. Doesn't matter.
Right. So if somebody, like, let's say, because I have two people very close to me right now who are
Mhm.
going through cancer.
Right.
And so listening to you, like, this brings so much joy because I hear some of the things that they talk about and I can't help them. Like, I don't have the answers. And it's hard because I know that they're going through a painful situation
Mhm.
and they don't have somebody like you. Even though I'm there, it's not the same.
Right.
I don't have some of the answers. I don't know why they're feeling some of the situations. And so you talking about the beautification because in my conversations with them, that's a lot of the things that come up
Right. Okay.
about how they feel that they look and as they go through the phases of losing their hair and things like that.
Mhm.
I want to do something, but I don't know how. So would they be able to call someone in your organization to talk about things like this?
The best part about it is that they can call me. I am reachable and touchable. And I pride myself on being reachable and touchable. Because when I went through it, Susan Coleman wasn't knocking on my door. Susan Coleman didn't call me up. She had these fabulous walks, but you couldn't reach her. And so one thing that I pride myself on is that you can call me anytime, any day, and I'm going to answer the phone and we can have a full-fledged conversation.
Oh
And
my
to your
God.
point, it's so important that you speak to someone who was going through the journey. Because again, if you never been through breast cancer, you don't know what it's like to lose your breast. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to for your fingernails to fall off. You don't know what it's like to have neuropathy. And I still have neuropathy, meaning that the tip of my fingers and toes, sometimes I can't feel them. You don't know what it's like, obviously to lose your hair and lose every strand of your hair. And so I like to be very relatable because I understand exactly what they're going through. And so you don't tell your family and friends that because your family and friends look to you for your energy. Your family and friends look to you to make sure that you okay. But sometimes when the lights are down, I'm by myself, I'm quiet, is when I cried the most. Because I don't want my family and friends to see me go, crying and being very depressive. So yes, they can give me a call. I would talk to them until they need whatever they need. I'm and one of the things that I also pride myself on, and I hope I say it right, is that I gain the family's trust. And so a lot of families call me when the person is transitioning and I'm in the room with the family. And I consider that to be an honor. That means the family trusts my judgment. Somewhere along the way, I was there. I was touchable. So I am touchable and I'm reachable. And so if anybody's on this, you can call me. I am available for conversation.
I just wanted to say
Oh,
thank
look
you
at it.
so
So
much,
Chevy,
Brenda.
okay, yeah.
Chris, I just
Yes.
to the chat. I want to say thank you for the love. Thank you for the engagement in this chat in this live today, that you're giving to, to Traci. That's why when I asked Traci to do this, she was like, "Oh yes, I'll definitely do something, on YouTube, no problem." I specifically picked where I thought the people were going to be mature
Mhm.
and be able to, engage in this particular manner. So thank you. I just want to say thank
TC,
you for
can you
that.
turn your phone up? They keep saying that you're hard to hear, but I turned you up as loud as I can.
Okay. All right. But keep going on.
Okay. So, and this is like an answered prayer. I'm so glad that you came. I think it's amazing what you're doing, Tracy.
Thank you.
And this is something that I can offer. I mean, just looking at the people in the chat, this is like, this is amazing. There's some place now that they can go get some of their questions answered.
Right.
And I think that dealing with someone who's been with it,
Mhm.
there's a level of the shame is going away, because when you're talking to someone who hasn't going through it, I think it's harder to have these conversations, whereas they can speak to individuals have who have gone through it. So can you tell me, like, what is one of some of your memorable moments since starting this particular initiative?
Well, I'm not, first let me answer this. There is no shame in going through breast cancer, and those
I
that are
agree.
if they feel that way, there is no shame in going through breast cancer. When I got that diagnosed that I had breast cancer, listen, I buckled up. Par for the course. This is my life. I'm here.
Right.
So what is it that I got to do to get to the other side? And so there was no shame for me, even when I was told, Mrs. Smith, because a lot of ladies, and I hope I'm not too transparent or too a lot of ladies sometimes when they have a mastectomy, they get their implants right away, so you can never notice that they don't have chest. For
Right.
me, I had to wait 11 months, so I had to walk around 11 months with prosthetics on. And
Okay.
so that was very traumatic. But listen, I'm happy to be alive. And so listen, I don't care if I have prosthetics on. Who cares?
Right. Right.
I know in 11 months I'm gonna get nice little boobs. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get my implants, and
Right.
I'm gonna look cute, right? And even with that being said, when I had my plastic surgery, I didn't like them. I said, let's do it over again. So I had three surgeries to make sure that I felt comfortable. I
Wow. Okay.
with myself because I didn't want to look in the mirror every single day and be reminded that I had breast cancer. And so there is no shame. There was no shame for me in regards to having breast cancer. So I'm sorry. So your question was, I'm sorry. I wanted to change it for a second. What was your question?
Since starting this initiative, can you
Mhm.
tell us, like, maybe one or two of your most memorable moments since going through, since
Um,
starting it?
so when I started this sisterhood, let me call it sisterhood,
Yes.
I met some fabulous ladies. And one of the
Mhm.
ladies that's in my book number one, she was 15 years old when she found her own lump. Her doctors chalked it up to her being hormonal, and you feel lumps and bumps when you going through, puberty, excuse me. A
Right.
year later, that bump got bigger. And when they went
Mm.
to go test it, she had breast cancer.
Wow.
And so she was 16 years old, a track star at
16.
16, a
Wow.
track star at her school, and she had to have one of her breasts taken off. And so she coached me, a 16-year-old. At the time, I was 44 years old. She coached me on what I should feel and my emotions and what I'm going to go through when I'm going through a mastectomy. And I thought that was so powerful to have a 16
Wow.
person actually not mentor me, but coach me in reference to what that. And so I knew in that particular time that I'm on the right path because people always say people who are older get breast cancer. I was considered, believe it or not, young. I was 44 years old. I was considered young when I had breast cancer. So can
Right.
you imagine this 16-year-old who had breast cancer? Can you imagine that?
Right.
And so I call her my pink sister, little sister, and we still are in contact with one another. So that was probably one of my most memorable moments in regards to starting the organization. And I knew then it was a need for this organization because in our community, we don't talk about breast cancer. We don't talk about, we hide, or back in the day, grandma, will hide that she had breast cancer, or, she wouldn't talk about it. And a lot of our grandparents and parents passed away because of that. My grandmother, um, my mom's mother, she died when my mom was 2 years old, and she had breast cancer. And then my mom had, and then silly me, who wasn't on top of my health. I, and so, one of my points that I make all the time is that you have to know your family history. It's so important to know your family history. It's so
Right.
important. And make sure that you take it serious, because unfortunately I did not take it seriously. I didn't. And so I hope people learn from my mistake, because had I taken it seriously, it wouldn't have been so invasive. I was stage three. I was stage three breast cancer. And so I went through a lot. But because I went through a lot, I can be relatable in reference to speaking to people.
And we appreciate it. We appreciate you coming and telling your story with us.
You're
So
welcome.
so there's something I think that I saw in your press packet. Is it a pink sidewalk? Am I saying that right?
Okay,
Or
you are somewhat right. Yes.
okay.
So this weekend, we're having Paint the Streets Pink. And what that means is that I've always envisioned that we have a celebration. Because again, I remember Susan Coleman when she was in Philadelphia, but she still exists, where it was a rite of for you to go to a Susan Komen walk. You met people that you didn't know, but you bonded under one heading. You had breast cancer. And so I wanted to do that for our community. I want to make sure that we bond together, we celebrate each other, we fellowship, we hug, we kiss, we do whatever it takes in our community to celebrate those that who have gained their wings, or those who are, surviving and thriving. And so this weekend, on Saturday, I'm having a breast cancer community day slash walk, where we're painting the streets pink. What that means is that I want to see a sea of pink walking down
Yeah,
the street, in regards to breast cancer and honoring breast cancer awareness month.
I love that. I think that's amazing. And what year is this for doing this particular?
It's my third year. So I took a break from writing
Beautiful.
books. So I took a break from writing books. So I said, let me just sort of come up with something different. And so I actually started to do a walk. And so this year it's a community day slash walk. We have like 40 vendors. We have city officials coming out. We have music. We're doing line dancing. And so it's going to be a day of celebration. Again, we celebrate life in my organization. So it's a day of celebration.
I love that. That sounds amazing.
Thank
And
you.
I love a good line dance. So
Listen, listen.
funny. Just put on some music. I'm there.
Right, 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 right. Mhm.
So Tracy, what is your vision for the future of your organization?
Um, wow. That's well, one of the things, a couple of things. I just met a gentleman yesterday. He came to my flower shop, and
Hmm.
he had breast cancer. And so he came in to buy flowers for his mother. His mother just passed away from breast cancer. And he had breast cancer. And just to let you guys know, 1% of 1%, obviously, of 100 men get breast cancer. And so he happens to have breast cancer. And I told him that we're going to connect, we're going to vibe. But I want to get more men involved, because believe it or not, the numbers are rising high for men, and men don't think they can get breast cancer.
Yeah,
And
and I didn't know it was that high.
yes, and so he
Wow.
had the same thing that I had. It was under his lymph nodes, and then eventually it spread to his breast. And so my hope is to spread to inform and educate men about the importance of not only them doing prostate checks, but make sure that they're doing breast cancer, breast checks, because the numbers are getting higher in regards to men getting breast cancer. So that's one of the things that I want to work on my organization. Secondly, I just want to make, and again, I hate to parallel myself or compare myself, but Susan Coleman, you'll see tens of thousands of ladies come and celebrate surviving breast cancer. And but in our community, we still hide. In our community, as you mentioned, we're still somewhat shameful about it, and I don't know why. And so, I like to think that I did a pretty, or the doctors did a pretty good job, sort of kind of put me back together again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I look too bad. You know what I mean? And so cancer. I fought cancer. I'm on the other side, and I'm making sure that I spread the word to other ladies that this too should pass. You're going to get through this. This too should pass. Is it rough? Yes. Does it take a little bit out of you? Yes. Does it knock the wind out of you? Yes. But with faith and with a strong sisterhood, you're going to get to the other side. And so I'm here to facilitate that, and I'm going to make sure that happen. That people are not afraid to go get checkups. People are not afraid to make sure they get their mammograms every single year, because the best part is that you catch it early. I always say, don't be like me. I waited and waited and waited. And here I was, stage 3. And so my hopes and dreams are to make sure that I educate, inform, and make our community aware that it's important that you get your mammograms every single year.
I love that. And you kind of answered the question, the next question I have for you, which
Mhm.
is what message or hope or encouragement would you like to leave for women who are currently battling breast cancer?
That you're not alone, and I get it, it's a lot. And so I did my share of crying. I did my I never, again, I never said why me, but I did my share of, like you taking my breasts, and and how am I going to be attractive to the opposite sex. You go through all that. I'm human. But when I got to the other side and realized that how amazing life is, and how I'm just thankful that I'm able to live this life. And again, that was just a small part of my story. I turned that test into my testimony. And so I want other ladies to understand that this is just a small footprint in your bigger picture. And God has a testimony for you, and you have to use it for good. Genesis 50:20 says, what was meant for harm is being used for good. And I live by that. I definitely live by that.
I love that. You know what? I actually said that verse to myself earlier today, because I think that it is so prolific, and it really is. I
Yes.
I feel like there's certain things that pivot us into taking better care of ourselves,
Hmm.
being more aware of what's important in our life. And I
Hmm.
think these situations, although they're very difficult
Right.
to go through, and they are, and it's hard to watch family members go through it because you want to do things to take away the pain or make things easier for them, but it really changes the perspective of everything in your life.
And if I can say one more thing, and make sure that when your family members are going through it, believe it or not, people did shy away from me. People didn't call me. And I would ask them, why didn't you call me? And they would say, I didn't know what to say. And I would say, your presence alone can make a difference. You sit in a room and might not have conversation with that person will make a difference. Your energy might make a difference. You cooking me dinner might make a difference. You praying with me and or for me might make a difference. So when someone is going through it, please do not shy away from them. Please, again, your presence alone might make a difference to that person. So I would ask that someone's going through it, please stay with them, stay in the present, make sure you are there. And if you don't know what to say, just show up. Just show up.
Okay. And do you mind if, because I don't know if they have it, do you mind if I ask for some questions from the chat?
I don't mind. Mm,
Okay. So if any of you have, you're welcome, Thick Red. If any of you have any questions that you would like to ask Tracy while she's here, we are dropping her link. Thank you. I mean, my moderators saw you up here and ran and got that link, and they found your book. They are amazing. I
mm,
did have your information, and what I'll do when this is over,
yes.
I will post your information on my community wall.
Excellent.
So if they want to get in contact with you, here comes TC. She's back. Lord have mercy. This lady. TC. Now you got lost in StreamYard land. Poor
Mm-mm.
thing.
Anyway, yeah, I did.
But listen, everybody, this is amazing. Your chat, Brenda, is on fire
Isn't it great?
for good reason. I see, and this is the reason why I picked Brenda's channel, because I knew that with all the things that may go on, that when talking about something serious and all like immature, we can code switch easily over here.
Hmm.
So I,
Auntie,
I love the folks over here. So thank you for giving Tracy the love, the attention,
absolutely.
everything, and ask questions, because she loves to talk. She loves to, we're gonna have a wonderful event come Saturday, and
I wish I would have known about it before, because TT always says she tells me things, and she be right on the cusp, Tracy. She'll
you
tell
Yes.
me
know,
like 24 hours before, because I'm in New York City.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I would love to this is an amazing event, and I would love to
it
next
is.
year. You got me. I'm there. And first, you already said line dances, so I mean,
Yes.
I'm in there.
There you
So
But
go.
so tell them, like, we have well, I'm going to say that we have a plethora of city services, city organizations
Yep.
coming to the fray. But also I just want to say that Tracy had some young men today. And the other day, right, Tracy?
On Monday.
It was Monday and today,
Mhm.
and I call it her street marketing team. And let me tell you something. Those
I
little
love
those
it.
little brothers, tell them. I mean, I get choked up talking about them. So
Yes.
because they were just absolutely fabulous. Tell them, Tracy. Tell them.
So I went to a local all boys school, and I asked the principal, "Can I have some seniors so they can help me hand out flyers?" And these were the most respectful young men
I
you can
love it.
no, ma'am. And we were out and about in the community handing out flyers, posting posters, handing out banners. And it was just a good look to see young men doing positive things. And so they were right beside, in the whole, and they're going to be there too on Saturday helping out. And so talk about it takes a village. These
It
young men
does.
were actually just being so respectful. And when you have young men on the corner or doing non-respectful things, here's a whole group of boys that was willing to help me out. And so I just thought it was an amazing thing. It was
I
amazing.
love it. Okay, so we have a question, but you did answer this if you want to give a brief response. So D Chef said during the time you were going through it, did you ever come to a point where you were ready to give up?
Nope. Didn't have a choice. And let me tell you why. Because my daughter, when I was going through it, I'm a single mom, and so she was there, and so she took care of me, and so it was important for me that I knew she was watching me. It was important, so I knew she was watching every step on how I handled this, and so
Mhm.
I knew that I couldn't give up. And again, it was hard going through chemo. And chemo was the worst for me. Not so much radiation, although with radiation it burned my skin. So my whole side of my left was all pale and white because it took off all my skin. But chemo made me
Mhm.
feel like somewhat, for lack of better words, that I was dying. It was the worst thing. But
Oh
I got
wow.
up. I got up every week. I put my nice little wig on. I had my eyelashes on. I wore heels every single day to chemo. I wore a dress every day to chemo, and I made sure I was present. Now, when I went back home, it's a whole different story. When I walked through that door, again, you wouldn't know that I was a patient, and that was important to me because I wanted to teach my daughter how to show up. I wanted to teach her how that's important for me.
Mhm.
And so there was never a time where I wanted to give up. Nope, not at all. Not one time, not 1 second, not at all, not at all.
That's amazing. Any more? Yeah. See, yeah. Tony's telling Thick Red. That sounds familiar.
I just want to say, Tracy has, not only does she show up, because we do have a sisterhood in Philly, right, Tracy?
Yes. Hmm.
And it's strong here in Philly. It is very, very strong. And I must say that, even if a person um, has not had breast cancer, as a sister, if you need to talk to
Hmm.
another sister, Tracy is always there.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
she's in talking about, not only is when you have a really good friend, you know them when not only are they good to you, but they're good for you. So she's not going to say, oh, you should do this, and oh yeah, you were right, or no, no. She's going to say, she's going to read her scripture, and she's going to be mellow about it and talk about, what's right, do your thing, and it makes you think. I'm telling you, it makes you really think. So yeah, here in Philadelphia, we have a sisterhood, we have an accountability corner, if you will, and I must say I'm appreciative of it. Every now and then, we might go at it on, how to do something, but we know that we're going to do it regardless. I'm gonna support Traci. Traci's always been supportive of anything that I do,
Mhm.
and we have fun at it, and we have fun doing it. So yeah.
So
And
I
so,
want to
and
tell
also,
y'all,
yeah, sorry.
okay. So Pretty as Eyes, that's my aunt in the chat. And she is going, okay, I'm not going to get, Brenda, hold on. I'm not going to get, okay, emotional. She's also going through chemotherapy right now.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. That's okay because it's very emotional. So that's okay.
I
That's
just
okay.
want her to be okay. And so when I talk to her, I just want her to be all right. So when I
Mhm.
heard, you're talking, sometimes I don't have the answers for her.
Yes.
And I just want to make her, better. And so I'm just appreciate like I don't tell people about this. So now that
Right.
she said it in the
Mhm.
chat, I love her so much. And so this is
Mhm.
I think a lot of us in here are dealing with family members and if
Right.
not yourselves and you're going through this and so you don't realize the breath of fresh air you are, Tracy,
Oh wow.
um
Wow.
to provide answers because the things I can't she's I talk through things
Right.
with her. And in my heart, every day I'm like, God, please. I just want her to feel better because I know sometimes she's weak and she's in pain and these things
Right.
happen. And she has so many questions. Like even this week, like we've talked and there's so many questions. And I'm like, God, I just really want to give her the right answers, for some of the questions that she has. So like you
Mhm.
coming in here, like this is so helpful because you just want to help, you know. I can't
And
make her feel better, but
right.
if we can get her questions answered.
And she can call me directly. She literally my I'm gonna give you my number 267
Moder-
896.
okay, go ahead. Moderator, can you put this in the chat, please? I'm sorry, Tracy, if you could say
So
that again.
267 897 1050. And so, and I try to be as transparent as possible, and your aunt will understand some of the terminology, what we go through, and here it is. Your family, your aunt's not going to tell you every single thing because some of the things it's kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? So she's not going to tell you every single thing, but I can have a conversation with her, and we can sort of kind of vibe, and we can talk. And yes, I went through that, and yes, I went through this,
Right.
and because when you're going through chemo is like it's a it kills the good cells and the bad cells. And so it takes a lot out of you. And as a female, some of the things we go through, it is, I never knew prior to me having cancer that females went through that. I never knew that. And again, you don't want to talk about it with people sometimes that never went through it. And so your aunt can call me. Hi aunt, she can call me. There's
There
no
she
problem.
goes. I love her, y'all. I just love her.
No problem. She can call me and we can have a conversation and we can
Yeah.
talk things out. And like I said before, we can be on the phone, we can laugh, we can cry, we can do
Yeah.
what it be. But again, what was important to me and why I started the organization is that I
Look
wanted
at
a
her.
sisterhood. I wanted to be reachable and touchable. That was really important.
She look at her. She said, "No, I definitely do to her everything."
I think you can.
I just don't know the answers,
Okay,
and it
gotcha.
makes me feel bad because I just want to help her
Right,
and do whatever I can, and she know I will.
right, right.
So
I got
And
you.
thank
and
you.
and Brenda, I do want to
Yes.
shout out. I would be remiss if we didn't shout out somebody in, I guess, in this YouTube land,
Hmm.
young lady by the name of Lovely Love. I
Yes,
just
that's
wanted to say
correct.
prayers going up for her, to her,
Mhm.
and I just want to say how much I appreciated her, her strength,
Mhm.
coming out to talk about her journey.
Right,
So just prayers going up for all and everybody,
Yes.
right.
okay,
Right.
who are
Yes.
going through it, going through it, and continue to go through it. And also, as you're going through things, you all are probably helping people along the way with their stuff. So thank you for that, um, for your strength,
Excellent.
um,
Yes.
and
Yes.
prayers going back to you, all of you as well, and everybody in YouTube land, in the replay game,
Right.
10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50, 100 years from now, to you,
So,
we salute.
right. So, Tracy, a question for you now that we've heard your story. Are
Yes.
you partnering with other organizations? What is a way, if anybody is interested in donating and helping to support your cause? Like, how are you guys sustainable? And what things can we do to help?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Loaded
Let's
question.
go.
So
Shots fired.
I pretty much fund everything I have done. Be honest with you, and
Oh,
so
wow.
and it is a while because I have depleted my savings. I just pretty much depleted my 401k. And so I do this because of the love of. And I was called to do this. And so there's times where I want to give it up. I'm being honest. There were times where I had much on my plate that I had to place it to the side. During COVID, I actually put a book out during COVID, and it was very trying to work with 10 ladies during COVID, and create a book. My last book was
Right.
on 2023, and it started during COVID. And so I have worked tirelessly because for me, breast cancer is not just in October. It's 365. It's 365. If you say
Correct.
to me, can you come to chemo and bring me a care package? I'm coming to chemo and I'm getting a care package. If you say to me, I need this, I'm on the phone to see what I can do, to help that person out. And it takes a lot. It takes a village. It definitely takes a village. And even for our walk on October the 4th, I'm pulling my hair out, and people can tell you, I'm pulling my hair out to figure out how I'm going to make this look flawless, because it's going to look flawless, regardless of how it is behind the scenes. It's going to look flawless, and so I always need support. I always need help. I always need support and help. I can't get enough support and enough help. When I am I'm bad at asking. I'm really bad at asking. I have to admit, because my heart is give. That's my heart. I want to give, 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 give. I want to take care of, and I have a hard time asking.
Okay.
And
Well,
Well,
Tracy, I'm gonna help you with that. Is there a cash app? Yeah, because you TC already know how I am. Nope. We help over here. Before
I
I went
appreciate
live, I do a member and a mod appreciation every month to let my member and one of my members and mods know every month that I appreciate them.
right.
So, is there a cash app that we can drop in the chat tonight to
It
help
is.
you in this? And okay, please,
It's
moderators, if you could.
it's actually my name, so it's Tracy M. Smith. My whole name, Tracy M. Smith.
Okay.
is that a dollar sign in the front?
Yes, I'm positive. Dollar sign Tracy M. Smith.
Okay, my aunt is coming to hit the panel. I'm so
Mhm.
glad she's
And
here.
Tracy is spelled with an I, y'all.
Yes.
Traci
M for
M
Michelle and Smith.
Okay,
Smith.
okay. Hey, Auntie, welcome to the platform.
Hi, niece. Good evening, everyone. Peace and
Hi.
blessings to everyone on the panel, to
Hey,
everyone in the
Auntie.
chat. I'm sorry that I missed the beginning of your live. I just had a long day and a hard day, and I just not too long got up, but I'm glad I'm catching, part of the live. Miss Tracy, I will make contact, with you.
Yes.
Um, and I would like to discuss, some things. Like I always talk to, my niece about my journey, because my family is my biggest support.
Mhm.
won't lie to you. Because you've been through it. It's a scary journey, of course, for those that don't know.
Right.
Chemo has been hard, on me, the side effects, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that the side effects that I did go through, I was able through God to get through them, because I've heard worse, through chemo.
Right.
I'm having a double mastectomy.
Mm-hmm.
I have stage 2 breast cancer, and it's aggressive.
Okay.
I'm also diagnosed with the HER2 and
Mm-hmm.
the BRCA2.
Right.
At first, I was just wanting them to go in there and take the cancer out, you
Okay.
know, on, um, from the breast and the lymph node.
Mm-hmm.
But then, the doctor was saying, because it's aggressive and because I carry those two genes, that it's receptible of coming back into the left breast.
Right.
And I didn't want that. Even though, honestly, Miss Tracy, I
Yeah.
have so much faith. But I also have ran into other people that say that I had it in my right breast and then a year later it came back.
Mm.
I didn't want to go through chemo again. I missed part of the live in the beginning. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't mind illustrating to me some of your story, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. And so I found my cancer. I found my cancer through my lymph nodes. And so
Right.
it's sort of kind of speaking the same language. And so I had a mass under my arm, and I waited
Mm-hmm.
too long where it spread to my left breast. And
Okay.
so I am I'm H2 positive. And so H2 positive. And so it started out my left breast, and believe it or not, I opted to get my right breast taken off because
Okay.
I jokingly say my left breast tried to kill me. Just take the right one. I don't want it. I don't need it. And
Mm-hmm.
so you can have this one too. And so I knew that through reconstruction, I was going to be made 99.9% again. And so I opted to have both my breasts taken off. Not a lot of people don't do that, but I opted
Right. And
because I
excuse me for
wanted.
cutting you off. And see, that's what I chose. Exactly what I chose. I was on the phone all day today with the doctors and the nurses, and they preparing me, telling me about the drainage and everything,
Mhm,
on the
mhm,
right and left
mhm, mhm,
breast. And I'm
mhm.
like, oh my God, am I making the right decision? But now hearing you, oh, you gave me so much clarity and
Right, right,
confidence
right.
that I know God got me and I'm gonna get through this.
And just
And
like you
even
said, I didn't want to worry. I didn't want to worry for it to come back in my other breast. And so,
right.
but I do want to talk to you something offline. So I
Yes,
do want.
ma'am.
I want you to make sure we connect.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes.
that was my
Yes, Lord.
that was my option to take it off. And also in a little vanity, I hate to say it, a little vanity. I didn't want it to be uneven. I didn't want to be uneven. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
so you took my left breast and you left the right one, and
Mm-hmm.
reconstruction can make it almost close to possible, but
Right.
a real one and a fake one is two different things. So
Right.
I said, take them both off. Listen, I don't need them. They try to kill me. Let me just get some new ones and keep it moving. And that's how I felt.
Right.
Get some new ones, and I've been keeping it moving for the last past 12 years. And so yeah, and so, but I do want to talk to you about one thing that I wish I thought about, and I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, right? And
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
so please give me a call. But yeah, so that was my journey 12 years ago. And I had 6 months of chemo. I had 28 rounds of radiation, and I had 6 surgeries. And I opted to have 6 surgeries. I had four, but because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel comfortable in reference to how they look, I was able to go back under the knife, and I didn't mind because I believe in plastic surgery. That's just my take. I had
Right.
surgery prior to that, and so
Right.
and then once I had it again, I was like, nope, one more time, because and so I did
Mm-hmm.
it twice to make sure that I felt comfortable with my body after this. And so we can
Mm-hmm.
have a very lengthy conversation, but I do want to bring one thing to you, and that you can think about offline. Um,
Okay.
so 12 years later, I'm here. 12 years later,
Praise
I'm
God. Yes, because I know they also said that it takes a whole year for the chemotherapy to get out of your system. And
Mhm.
even after I have this procedure done, since I'm, like you say, we carry that HER2 genetic gene,
Right.
I'm still taking a HER2 treatment.
Okay.
They stopped already. I was on 4 strong chemo regimens, but they stopped 3 of them and kept the HER2 going. And I actually on the 14th, I have to go back
And so
because
are
I
they
was having chemo every 15 days.
Are they making you take that tamoxifen?
I'm
Have
sorry,
they,
say it again, ma'am.
are they telling you to take a tamoxifen, a pill for 5 years? Can they tell you to take that too?
I'm sorry, my phone's
That's okay.
shoot.
No, so
I'm
let's
sorry,
have a
somebody was calling me and
that's
I'm
okay.
trying to decline their call. I apologize.
No. Definitely give me a call because I don't want to speak, in terminology that you and I know. And so after this, maybe tomorrow, you can give me a call and we can have a full fledged conversation in regards to treatment, in regards to you making the right decision for you, and just some of the things
Right.
that we go through. But I can say that after you go through all your treatment, there's a pill that you got to take for 5 to 10 years, and I
Yes,
cannot.
they told me about that pill.
I ain't take it. I ain't take it. Mm-mm.
You didn't
No,
take it? Okay,
nope.
if you don't mind me asking, why did you chose not to take it?
Because it made me feel like I was in chemo every day.
Got you. Okay,
And I said,
understandable.
I want to live. I want to live, and I want to live my most best life. I want to live, because I went through a lot, and so I want to make
Hmm.
sure that I'm rocking out every single day at 100%. And so I'm not taking,
Right, right.
not
Well,
doing
I'm
it.
praying and hoping that when they go in, that all the cancer's gone. I'm hoping, but if not, I may need radiation after. Did you
Okay,
have to do radiation
28
after they
rounds,
removed for 8
28 rounds,
months?
28 rounds,
Wow.
28 rounds,
Oh, 48 rounds. Wow.
28, yeah, 28 rounds.
Oh,
Okay.
28. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
I know
let
this is
me.
not an easy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, niece.
Thank you, D-Shep, for that donation. So, Tracy, they're asking if that's the right Cash App. I did send something to you. So I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to get it. This StreamYard is so.
Let me get my phone. I'll be right back. Let me get my other
Okay,
phone.
no problem.
And she looks good. And you know what? I'm so grateful to
Doesn't she look
God, niece.
amazing?
Yes, for you that you
And let me
had
and
this
let me tell you
show
something,
tonight.
Auntie. And let me tell you, hey Auntie, let me tell you
Hi.
something.
God bless you,
She's
Cece.
she's being so humble, and that's the way she is.
Shut up.
But let me tell you something. I take this sister around to, we go to various events because she's a part of, of course she's a graduate of Lincoln University, so we go different places, in different organizations. And trust me when we say sisterhood,
Yes.
listen, Brenda, Auntie, get into a sisterhood. It is nothing like it. But when I take her places, they love and dote on her, because she's keeping it 100. Now the only thing about Tracy is that she's a Cancer, and that's okay.
Here we
She's a
go.
Cancer,
Here we
she's a
go.
zodiac sign.
My dad
That's
Very
was a
okay.
ignorant,
You
cancer.
Tracy.
know
Cece, very ignorant.
We're not
Tony
that
That's
Montana.
ignorant.
okay.
But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway,
No, you're
she's
not.
an amazing sister. And I will say that she will be recognized this time around. This is the third annual breast cancer awareness, and she made it into a community day. So she
Mhm.
expanded
I
it this
love
time.
that.
And so they're going to be a plethora of vendors. They're going to be people all over. They're going to be the drill teams.
Yep.
We're going to have pom pom girls. That's not me. I'm not a pom pom girl. I'm going to have my cape, my James Brown cape. We're going to be doing the do. It's going to be so much fun and so much love. And people who want to walk, I'm walking around the block. That's about it for me. But they're going to be doing a little bit more walking. If anybody wants to walk around 3, 4, 5, 50 times, God bless them. And it's amazing. And
Right.
a lot of the elected officials, a lot of the elected officials, people in other organizations, they love Tracy. They recognize Tracy. Her and her daughter are doing absolutely awesome, and we really
God
respect
bless.
Tracy. And especially since she has those flowers, we do the flower and sip, right, Tracy? We have the where we do floral arrangements and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, sis,
Um,
y'all gotta come. Bren, Auntie, y'all gotta come to Philly.
Yep.
Philly is
well,
in
praise
the
the Lord.
building.
She always invites me the last minute, but I'm not offended. Um,
Here we
But you
go.
know what, niece?
Okay.
As soon as I heal and recover from this and bounce back, I would love to do that with you. You know, go out there and meet the
me too.
ladies and stuff.
You know
I
I
would
got
definitely
you.
love to do that. Yes,
Yes, and you will
definitely.
be. I think this time next year we're gonna be walking in it. I think you're
There
gonna
you
because you're
go.
gonna be fine.
We claim
No,
that.
I know I am because you know when I spoke to you today and you know what I
Yes,
told you, I was like, niece, I'm so discouraged, I'm
I
worried, I'm
know.
scared,
He was.
stressed out. I was getting to the point of Miss Tracy, a little depression was coming in because I didn't know if I was, making the right
Right.
decision with the double mastectomy,
He did.
But
He
at
did
the
tell
end of
me
the
that
day,
today. Yeah.
my niece told me about that you were going to be here tonight, and I
Okay.
was like, oh niece, I'm so tired, I've been talking to doctors
I
all day,
know.
nurses all
Yeah.
day. And I was watching, my daughter just had a baby, so she
Oh,
had to
nice.
go run errands. I was watching the baby, right? So I'm just burnt down and tired, but God be the glory that he woke me up just in time just to catch you, Miss
Yes.
Tracy, and catch
Yes.
Denise live and Miss TC and the people in the chat that's going through. To God be the glory. Hold on to your faith. I know sometimes we get discouraged. Rip, I'm going to definitely be praying for you.
Mm,
And,
Yes.
we got this. We got this.
there you go. There
God
you go.
got us.
Yes. 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 Definitely.
Yes. Yes.
This has been amazing. I'm so encouraged. Like, cause today when I heard my aunt's voice and I was like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this out. And I was like, can you come to the live later? I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't know to the lengths that like you're extending
Mm,
yourself. And hopefully one day, like Tracy,
yes.
because of what I'm seeing in this chat,
Mm-hmm.
I hope that this can expand because I think about people who don't have the family support system
Right.
and they need that, or the people showing up for them in the hospital, like to be able to mobilize this and get
Mm,
funding behind it. Like you need grants and funding, and because and TC, because you already know in my mind is because something like this is so needed,
It
like the
is.
conversations and the chats, and people don't know, like you don't know until you know.
and
You
just
don't
for
know
me,
what to
Right.
I've
expect.
been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for 10 years. Just
Wow.
getting up and using my money and just making sure that people are in a place where they have somebody to talk to, because again, I needed that. And
Right.
Yeah.
we have other organizations out there, but it's nothing like talking to your own. It's nothing like it. You know what
Correct.
I mean?
Correct.
Amen.
Right. So that was important to me. You know what I mean? Because we have different
Hmm.
conversations, different dialogues, different how we communicate is different. And so I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that when you're going through all of this, there's no barrier, because oftentimes there's a barrier in between doctors and culture. And so I wanted to make sure that that wasn't a barrier.
Thank
So I'm
you.
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna do like a little promo right quick.
Hmm.
October the 4th, the third annual Breast Cancer Community Day in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Because there is another Philadelphia. That's why I said Pennsylvania. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, October the 4th, this Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock until 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be at Malcolm X Park, and that's located on 52nd Street between Pine and Larchwood.
Yeah.
Pine
Mm-hmm.
Street and Larchwood. Anybody who's from Philly, in and around Philly,
Please
know
come.
about Phillies, even the South Jersey people, even the Wilmington, Delaware folk know 52nd Street. Okay?
Yes.
It's like knowing 42nd Street. You know it. You know what I mean? In New York. So it's going to be on 52nd Street. We're going to be there in the building. Please come through. If you have family in and around the area, tell them, come through. Come see us. Say, hey, I saw this live. Tracy, Brenda, Auntie, TC, and we love to see everyone. Okay?
Thank you for that
That's
promo.
nice. God bless.
Yeah,
Now,
Tracy,
Auntie,
Mhm.
guys,
so make
don't
sure you
Did
give
you
me
worry.
a
get
call.
the cash apps, Tracy?
My
Yeah.
phone, my other phone died, so I don't know until I get off the phone. I don't know.
Okay, so she'll let me know, but and then so
Yeah,
I will
I'll let
make
them.
a I'm a good at post creation. So
Okay.
once you can confirm it through TC, and I will put that plus the information for the fourth, along with the link to your book and everything. I'll put it all in a nice little community
Thank
post
you.
later on tonight,
Thank you. Thank
because this
you.
is important information to get out there. And I just, yeah, Stacey, y'all know I got you.
Can I talk for 1 second about the book,
Of
right?
course.
So the book came about that somebody asked me to tell my story. And I was like, my story is not that unique, so I don't want to tell my story. And so she said, well, what about the ladies that you take care of? Do you want, can you ask them, can they tell their stories? And surprisingly, my first book, I had 11 ladies who were part of the organization who wanted to tell their stories, and so it gave me extra strength to tell my story. And so of all the five books, this is how I have to admit myself that how fabulous this is, because it is a rite of passage. And so picture you being told you have breast cancer. You go through the whole process. And not only do I take people care of people with breast cancer, cancer in general. And so I have a lady who had thyroid cancer, I had a lady who had kidney cancer, but the main thing is breast cancer because that's what I had. But so they we write these books, so we take them from survivors to authors, but we do it in a grand way. And so we have this grand ball for them to be presented to their families. So everyone is in tuxedos and everybody's in ball
I love
gowns.
it.
And I present them as not only are you a survivor, a thriver, but now you are author. And I gave them a platform. And so now they can, you know, have speaking engagements. Now they can be in front of their church. Now they can be at their bookstore. And so because now they have their own chapter in this wonderful book that they're in. And so I've also given them a platform to spread their stories and to tell their stories in hope of encouraging others. And so it's just a night, it's called a gala, and it's a night to celebrate them. When 2 years ago, you were not thinking that you were going to be celebrated. You wasn't even thinking you had breast cancer. And so now here you are on a platform and you're telling your stories in this granular way. And so I pride myself on having these books and working on book number 6. And so that's one of the best parts about the organization.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
And this has been amazing. Now, TC, I'm going to expect a text from you later on tonight with the information about the event, because we do have quite a bit of people who are on the
Yes.
Philly, Maryland, Delaware borderline. They're all around. And
Yes.
so, in case they want to pop out, we'll do the cash app. We will put the information for her book and her contact information, because if the people here who I know
Mhm.
all the people that are in this chat, I didn't know that 95% of them was going through anything
Mm,
cancer wise. So
mm.
imagine who else in this particular sector and adjacent are also going through cancer, or their family. Like,
And
I feel like everybody is affected by it some way. So I think this is so important, and we're at the start of
Right.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so
they won. They
I'm
won.
I'm honored, Tracy, that
Oh,
you
thank you.
graced my platform.
Thank
TC,
you.
thank you for trusting me with Tracy. You know I was going to make sure that she was very well taken care of, and
Hmm.
I want to find a way, not just now, but somehow throughout the year, to give back. And maybe I can see how I do an annual high heel competition.
Hmm.
Maybe I want to see how maybe some of the proceeds of the donations can go towards this, because
Oh,
I
wow.
lost my grandmother to cancer.
Wow.
And so it's very passionate to me, and and what you're doing is important, because when you're going through something like this so devastating, it's important to have somebody or people or places that you could go to. So um I really appreciate this. This has been amazing.
So, Brenda, invite me to New York, and so I'll come to New York, and so invite me. I'm there, and so anybody else, I'm there. And so this is a month
Absolutely.
where I do a lot of speaking at churches, or people invite me
Yes,
out
you
to their
you
breast cancer
you were
events.
just
But
at a church Sunday.
I was at church on Sunday, right? And then I'm going to church this Sunday coming up after the walk. And then other events I'm going to. So if you want me to come out, just to, give somebody a hug or hold their hand or, tell my story or, listen, it'll be my honor. It'll be my honor.
Praise
Yeah.
God.
We can talk about it. We this is a bond that is never going to be broken. Um, Auntie, we love you and we
Love
love
y'all
Brenda.
too.
Okay, we love
Hmm.
Brenda. We love you.
Yes.
Yes.
And Traci is a good friend of mine. I'm
Mhm.
gonna like we share videos out. I'm sharing Traci out. All right, I'm sharing
Amen.
Traci and
Hmm.
to the chat and to people who are serious and have to want to talk, need to talk, and just like you need Traci, we need Traci. She needs us too. So
Mhm.
we're gonna
Right.
talk about all of
Correct.
those things. We're gonna
Absolutely.
talk about all of those things. And what you're thinking of, Brenda, I know where you're going. We'll talk about that, and we'll
Absolutely.
we'll further. Yeah, we'll get that to yeah.
Yeah, because this is important to me. You know how my mind works. I'm always here. I want to give towards things that are important, and this is something very, important. I'm a giver, so
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
we we,
And
we
again,
definitely
my goal is just how my goal is, and I hate to keep on saying this. I say this all the time, but I think that there needs to be the equivalent of a Susan Komen in our community. It's important that we come together and we celebrate life. And so
right. I
one
agree.
thing that I did learn from Susan Coleman is that when they go down there, they are in a joyous, celebratory mood. And I think
Right.
that we need to be the exact same way, given the fact of all that we go through and more. We go through more. So it is my job that I'm going to make sure that that happens.
Beautiful. And
with,
we
with
now
your
that we
team,
met you,
with
we're
your
gonna
team,
support
sis, with your
you.
team.
Listen,
Okay.
listen.
Yes.
Yes, TC, you're
That's
my
right,
team.
because we got a team, and we meeting each other. You see how this has worked with
Yes.
you. Brenda is a plethora of information and
Yes.
resources. Okay,
Okay.
trust me when I
That she
tell you.
is.
I
That she
don't know
is.
Auntie, but I know if Auntie is Brenda's Auntie, then I already know that the reach is gonna be. It's what's
Excellent.
the unreachable you. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so it's we going this is something that affects all of us.
It sure
And
does.
and yes, I agree with you. Susan Coleman, God bless her. God, that's what's up. But we have to create our own as well. And we're
That's,
grateful that you have taken that baton, and
yes.
and
Right.
and you're going to do your due diligence. So I thank you for that, Traci.
You welcome.
You got your sisters here. Okay,
Yes.
like we say in Philly, we are family. I got
Mm.
all my sisters with me.
Go.
Amen.
Boots on the ground, 10 toes down, baby.
Go. There you
Don't
go.
play with us, okay?
Okay, I like that.
Amazing.
I like that.
Amazing. Amazing.
And excuse me one minute, lady. Stacy, I saw what came up across the screen. Thank you so much for your kindness. God bless you.
Stacy's
Aw.
hey, thank you.
Love you too.
Stacy's
That's my
awesome.
boo.
Tony, Stacy, D Chep. There's so many people that Brenda
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's
Yeah.
got them.
We
So
got a
thank
good
you.
team of people over here, and we're really passionate about, we Tracy, we've been on the health kick, having people come out to speak and talk
Right.
about money matters and budgeting and things like that.
There
But I
you
said
go.
earlier, okay, here comes, this is Tony's best friend is sitting the panel. One second, hold on.
This is who? Tony Montana.
No, her best friend. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hi, honey. Is your camera on or off? I don't know.
Yeah, let me go charge my phone. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just turn my phone.
Okay. Thick red, that's you, honey. Are you on mute? Let me see if you're muted. Are you muted? I can't unmute you. You muted. You just muted. Tony, help your friend. My God, Tony.
Don't do
Yeah, her
that.
mic is still saying
Tony,
muted.
you're not even helpful. Where are you?
You know
Can
what?
you
Y'all
hear me
so
now?
Hi, thick red,
Oh,
baby. Hi, girl. Well, you went back on mute?
Hi.
Okay.
Good evening to you.
Hey,
Tony,
Big
help
Red.
you. Tony, why aren't you helpful?
There you
Can
go.
you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you.
Hmm.
Oh, y'all can
Good
hear
Tony
me.
over there just
Look,
good for
Yes.
look
Yes,
at
nothing.
we
us.
hear you.
Tony over here helping me because I know
Tony
what to
over there
do.
just good for nothing. Get her off mute. Let me- we hear you. Okay. I'm so glad that you were able to hit the panel.
Look, first I want to say, Brenda and
Uh,
TC, this is an awesome, awesome, awesome October 1st, session. Miss Tracy and all of this information, like,
Yeah.
I wish you were in Georgia where I am because, like, your movement, you were saying so many of the things that I say, Miss Tracy.
Wow.
Like, I am a two-time breast cancer survivor who's currently battling
Congratulations.
triple negative stage 4
Wow.
metastatic breast
yes,
cancer.
Lord.
I'm sorry to hear that. But God got you. God bless you.
We got you, right? Yes.
Okay, Leon, did you go out for a second?
No,
Don't
it's
be
the
Leon?
TV. I
sorry.
think it's
God see fit
TV in
to
the
wake me up
background.
every day.
Okay.
And
Yes.
my mustard seed faith has had me
Let me see.
5 years battling.
Are you on the TV or something, Liana? Because something's in the back. Tell Tony to get in there. She dropped TC.
I
Can you
just
make
feel
sure
like at the
she
end of
got
the
the
day,
link, right?
I was chosen for this role because you could hear Tony.
Oh, it's the TV. You know
Can
what,
you
Tony?
guys hear me
I'm
now?
I'm gonna have a talking to with
Yes, we
Tony
hear
after
you.
this.
Hold
We hear
on.
you.
I think my stuff is connected to my phone. Is it better now, y'all?
Yeah, I think so. God, gee.
I'm sorry. My
No, it's
phone
not
is
you. I'm
connected
like,
to my
no, honey,
AirPods.
this
So, I
ain't
mean, to my
you.
headphones. So it's like
This is all
giving
Tony's
me
fault.
extra
I'll
feedback.
get her
I'm
later.
sorry.
No, you're good, honey.
I was saying that I never embraced a breast cancer diagnosis.
Mm.
I always said, I have a cancer diagnosis. I don't have cancer.
Here you go.
So for
Right.
5 years,
Amen.
I've been battling the cancer diagnosis and not necessarily battling
And so,
cancer because that wasn't my fight. Mentally, I had wrapped
Amen.
my head around the fact that I had
hmm
to beat this at all
Yes.
costs. And once I wrapped my mental around it, it was
Right.
a less than stressful fight because it's
Mm.
never easy. This fight is different for everybody, but it gave me strength because I wasn't sitting in being a cancer patient.
There you
When
go.
I was
Mhm.
diagnosed mentally, I was already a survivor.
Mm. Yep.
So I
That part.
wasn't a woe is me type person.
Mm-hmm.
I took I grabbed cancer by the horns and tackled it like a bull and did what I needed to do to be able to walk through. And
Amen.
I am just like you, Miss Tracy,
Mm-hmm.
what breast cancer looks like beyond the diagnosis. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I can
Yes.
get up and go, I get up and go.
Excellent.
When my
Yes.
body says sit down and rest, sit down and rest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hmm.
Auntie Pretty Eyes, I wanted to come up here and just encourage you because
Bless you.
it is a hard battle for
Yes,
everybody.
ma'am.
It looks different for
Yes.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But mustard seed faith, knowing
Yes.
that God got you no matter what, and doing
Glory.
everything that you can to research what your doctors say. Find out for yourself. Don't just let the doctors tell you what to do. They practice medicine every day, and it's
Yes,
okay. They
ma'am.
get paid a lot of money to practice on us. But
Right.
you, as a patient, have to be mindful about what they're saying and what they're doing because everything doesn't work for everybody. Like Miss Tracy say, she didn't take
Hmm.
that tamoxifen, that 5 year pill.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
started on that pill and ended up
Hmm.
not being able to be on it because I was re-diagnosed. So
Right.
Yes,
again, it
ma'am.
looks different for everybody. And just know that just like you have mustard seed faith, you
Yes.
have the support of us, the YouTube family, because it's a community within a community. And
Mm-hmm.
being a
Yes.
breast cancer survivor, you are chosen for this.
Move.
I know that you know people in your life that couldn't do what you do or walk through what you walk
Right.
through right now. So you have to
Amen.
know that you were chosen for this. And
Glory.
my mantra is God don't play about me. It's the reason I'm
Yes.
still here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
I stand on
Yes.
stages and I preach community, I preach strength, and I preach love,
Yes.
because those are things, along with your mental being okay with understanding this is your
Mm-hmm.
fight, is how you're
Yes.
going to be able to walk through this and come out on the other side greater than you are now. This is a
Amen.
rebirth.
Glory.
You're not going to
Mm.
be who you used to be before your diagnosis, but imagine who
Jesus.
you can be
Wow.
beyond the diagnosis. And that's the
Glory,
real
glory, glory.
flex of being a cancer patient.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Well
Thank
said.
you so much. God bless you. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You just brought tears to my eyes, but it's good tears. Good tears of faith. Good tears of hope. Good tears of God's grace and mercy.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God.
This
Mm.
is good. We needed this at the entrance of
Yes,
October 1st.
indeed.
This
Yes.
was
Yes,
very
indeed. You have to know
necessary.
that
Oh,
you are
oh,
chosen for this.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh, God be the glory. God be the glory.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm sorry,
ladies,
y'all.
Auntie,
Yes.
it's all right, Auntie.
Mhm.
Yes.
Jesus. What I'm going to say, pretty eyes, is this is your battle. It's your battle, and you're going to have to determine how you get through this battle.
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing.
Yes, ma'am. I thank you, ladies. I thank y'all
God
so
got you,
much.
Yes.
sis. You're going to be
Well,
all right. I believe it.
She
I
is,
believe
because
it.
I'm
You're
gonna
going to
make
be all
sure
right.
she
You're
all
going to be able
right.
to have a story to tell in the future for somebody.
yes,
Yes,
definitely.
ma'am.
Yes.
In
Thank
order for
you.
you to have a testimony, you have to have a
Got to go.
test.
Yes,
Mm.
you have to go through it. Yes.
Gotta go through.
I tell you, God don't make no mistakes. I excuse
No.
my voice because I done got a little choked up and emotional.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Okay. Okay.
to God
That's
be the
all right.
glory. God
Mm.
bless each and every one of you, each and every one of you that's in the chat. No matter what you all are going through, I pray that God's mercy and His grace and His
Yes.
faith will
Yes,
sustain
indeed.
each
To
and every
God be the
one of you.
glory.
Like
Wow.
they say, God don't make no mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to be here tonight. I almost missed it. I sat there and I was just telling my niece, I don't feel good. I'm tired. My body hurt. But that was
Yeah.
nothing but the devil. The adversary tried to
Mm-hmm.
keep me away. And it's
Wow.
just the grace of God that when I got up, looked at my phone and saw that she was on live, I said, I'm coming to the live. Miss Tracy, I'm definitely going to call you tomorrow.
Yes.
And
I
but
was.
I'm going to text you tonight, my name and my number as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And
I'll send you the information, Auntie. I got it.
yeah, I wrote it down,
Oh,
from the
okay.
chat. I think Tony put it in there and I got it.
Okay.
But the
Good.
Mm-hmm.
baby's starting to wake up. So, and I have to
Miss
feed
Pretty
him.
Eyes, I just want
Yeah.
to say one more thing to you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening, ma'am.
Is she go? I mean, what happened to her sound? Let me
It's
see.
okay to
Okay.
not be okay in this fight. Give
Yes, ma'am.
yourself grace.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
Hmm. Grace, mercy, and favor.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
All
And
right.
God bless you all for going through it and
You're
Him
gonna be
getting
all
you
right, sis. God got you.
where you
And your
are.
niece is gonna make sure that whatever
Oh,
whatever you
you
need,
already
you
know
gonna
it.
have.
You know
Yes.
that
And
already.
she
You
does.
know
She
that.
does already. But I
That,
tell you, the greatest gift that God gave me tonight, besides giving me life every day of waking up,
mm,
is being on this platform tonight with you ladies.
Yeah.
And I thank God. I thank God because I kid you not, Miss Tracy, Miss
yes.
Lee, Miss TC, and my niece know I was getting so discouraged about having that double mastectomy.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing you ladies' stories and Miss Tracy's story, God be the glory. That's all I can say. When I finish dealing with this baby and my daughter get back home tonight, I am getting on my knees and telling Lord, thank you for each and every one of you ladies, because I was praying and I kept saying, Lord, let me hear your voice. Let me know if I'm making the right
Mm-hmm.
decision to go that route. And I
Mm.
wasn't hearing God's voice. And then when the doctor say, well, this is what you need to do. And then I did hear God's voice to say, well, you made the right
Wow.
choice. And
Yeah.
I said, okay. But you all gave me the confidence that I need, the more faith that I already have, but the more faith is to believe my faith
Right,
within
right.
my faith to say, Lord, glory.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get too spiritual up here because, honey, I love the Lord, and I will sit here and we'll be having church, okay? But I
Yes,
just
nothing
Yes.
thank
wrong with
God for
that.
each and every one of you ladies, for
Yes.
the people in the chat. Like I say, may God's grace and mercy and favor be upon you, your loved ones, your household, your finances, your health. And I'm coming, Nana, coming, and God be the
Okay.
glory. I love you, niece. I'll call
Love
you
you
after
more.
your cousin get
Okay.
in because you hear a little stinker
Okay.
over here.
I know. I hear him.
And you
Okay.
too,
Ladies,
Nana.
God bless y'all, okay?
And
God
listen
bless
to
you.
this, Nana, Auntie. Listen to this. I know you got to go, but I'm getting
Okay.
ready to say something that's gonna. Just listen
Yes,
in your
ma'am.
spare time, okay?
Okay.
All right. And Brenda, if you don't mind, I do want to just say this real quick, and it's real simple.
Well,
And this is
even
for
when I drop down, I'm going to turn you
She can
ladies
hear
on
you.
the
She gotta go
TV
get
so
her
yeah,
I can
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
continue to
No,
hear
no, no.
you.
I know you got to drop down. So yeah, go ahead.
No,
Just
you
Okay,
can
listen.
later,
still talk to me,
Auntie.
say something before I drop down, ma'am.
No, she just talking in general,
Oh,
Auntie.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I love you all. God bless you. And thank you so much, Miss
You're
Tracy, and
welcome.
everyone up here on this platform. God bless you all.
Okay.
And
Yes.
God
Good
bless
Talk to
the
you
night.
chat.
soon.
Y'all be
Love
talking
y'all.
tomorrow. I know that's right.
Okay.
Lord.
God be the glory. Let
Good
me see
night.
now how I get my stuff out of here. Look, I'm
I
trying to
got you.
find out how
I
I get
got you,
out of here.
Auntie.
Okay.
I got
All
you.
right. Good night.
All right. Good night. Lord, get her down.
Uh,
I just want to say this in my closing because I have to get ready for bed because as a senior we have to get
I was
ready
going
for
to
bed.
say that. You
Don't
know,
do that. Don't do that, Brenda. Don't do that. Okay. But
Dorothy,
I
you're
just want
not
to
in
say,
Oz anymore. It's
and this
okay.
is for everybody, for those in the chat, for those that weren't able to make it tonight, for those that are going to be able to hear this later, and for those that hear this 10, 20, 100 years from now. If I can help someone as I pass along, if I can cheer someone with a word or a song, if I can show someone he's traveling wrong, then my living will not be in vain.
Amen.
If I can do my duty as a Christian ought, if I can bring salvation to a world once wrought, if I can spread the message as the Master taught, then my living will not be in vain. And that comes from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the drum major's instinct. And
Amen.
that's to all of you all. Your living
Yes.
is not in vain. All right.
Amen. Now, TC, thank you. Lee, thank you for hitting the panel. But to our honored guest, Tracy M. Smith, it has been an absolute pleasure. And this won't be our last
Thank
time
you for having
talking.
me. Thank you for
Yes, this has been great.
That's what's
Oh,
up, y'all.
Lee got the you got the TV or something in the back. I'm hearing myself. So we're gonna end here, but
Sister
I will see
Tracy,
you all.
you
Yes.
are an encouragement.
Thank you.
That's Tony's friend, right?
Yeah, I think they have the TV or something playing in the background.
Okay. But thank you for having me. It's been an amazing
Absolutely.
year.
We're going to end, and I'll put all the information concerning Tracy and how you can contact her or donate
Hmm.
to her organization.
Mhm.
And we'll talk
Yes.
more about coming together again and seeing how we can support and get the word out more about the wonderful and amazing endeavors that Tracy is doing. Okay.
Yes. I'm a survivor. Yes.
All right. On that note, I'm going to play the outro. And once again, thank you all. Thank you, ladies. It's
You're
been so
welcome.
amazing. And I will see you guys hopefully around very, very soon.
Thank you.
Done deal.
Good night. Thank you to all my moderators, to all the guests, everybody who came in and supported tonight. And
Thank you for having me tonight, Brenda.
it has been my absolute pleasure, Lee. I will see you later. Okay, everybody, 1 hour and 34 minutes on the clock. October 1st, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Whether you're dealing with breast cancer, any kind of cancer, we encourage you, we support you, and may you be inspired by this live. Please feel free to reach out to me, B Clark 315 on IG. If you have any questions, if there's anything outside of my community wall where you need additional information, tonight we got hope. Moderators, subscribers, new anybody who knew who came in tonight, we thank you for being here, and we hope that you were met with I don't know. I'll find that out. Somebody just messaged me and asked me if she's on IG. I will find out all this information. So just let me know, guys. If you have questions, if you don't find it under my community wall post after I get all the information and confirm her Cash App. This was amazing, and this is the kind of content that I want to bring to my subscribers. Things like this that helps and heals, and it brings encouragement and inspiration and gives us the knowledge that we need. Um, okay. Anyway, yeah, 1 hour and 36 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna play my outro. I love you all.
Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island, please be polite. I know you heard about it, like, share, subscribe, real adult conversations, always a vibe. Please don't act a fool, Brenda will get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Please be polite. I know you heard about it. Like, share, subscribe, real adult conversations. Always a vibe. Please don't act a fool. Brenda will get you right. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the island. Baby, welcome to the island. Welcome to the